Okay, so the first part of it, if the Bible is full of allegories and parables and stolen myths from other belief systems, that first part is false. It's not stolen myths and belief systems inside this book. The second part of it, why use it if the tool for a belief system that will never be true in reality? So the things that are in this book talk about a real reality. And that real reality is actually being played out right now before y'all's very eyes. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm done with the timer.
Okay, let me turn it off for you. Alrighty. So, what's real about the Bible that's playing out right now
Okay,
before
so
our very eyes?
the real thing about the Bible that's being played out right now is the gathering of the saints.
It's a lot of prophecies being fulfilled in the Bible.
Devon, if I haven't, so let me just say this again. If you request to come up here, please read the prompt. It says 21 plus request only. Please stay muted until you have been introduced by host. I'm listening, Benji.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even know. What was the question again? The truth was the gathering of the saints. You were asking what the truth is that's happening right now?
Yes. So who are
Yeah,
the
so
saints?
so I'm one of them and we're scattered all over the world.
So the Israelites.
No, saints.
Who are the saints?
I'm one of them and
Where are
there's
you?
other brothers and sisters across the world.
Okay, what are you and who are these other brothers and sisters across the world?
So we are messengers, we are saints. We've been sent out to gather other saints.
Benji. Like disciples?
Yes,
Okay, what
yes,
okay, what are the disciples?
messengers,
Before they was messengers, what are they?
just people.
They was just people?
Yeah, we were people until we.
You on mute, I can't hear you.
Sorry about that. I got a call. I said we were people until we became saints, until we were anointed, until we heard from the one that was sent by God.
Okay, so y'all are saints, and who are y'all spreading the word about for which deity?
So we are telling the world that we are here to rebuild what was ruined. So there's a real throne on earth that was ruined by the people on earth. And now God is here to rebuild that throne so there's peace now on earth.
What kind of God is this?
So this God is a God of love, is a God of peace, is a God of he is a God of war. He's here to destroy the deception.
Okay, so was it so the type of deception that he's gonna destroy, is it gonna come later?
So no, we're doing it right now.
Okay, give me an example of how he's doing it.
Okay, so one of the deceptions is to tell you that Christ came 2,000 years ago. There's no dates in the book, but they teach you that Christ came already when all of these scriptures are prophetic scriptures, meaning these are things to come. And they're stories talking about this time that is to come. And no one would know what these stories would mean until Christ would come and unveil or reveal what these things meant, talking about this time that's happening right now.
Who is Christ?
Christ is Yajuj Judah, madam.
Mm. Yaja Judah matter?
Mm-mm. I said Christ is.
You said what?
I said Christ is Yajuj Judah.
Yaja Judah?
Judah.
Yacha Judah? The one in Louisiana?
You know what?
The one in Louisiana, Benji?
Sorry about that again. I got a call. I apologize. Say again?
No, you're fine. The one in Louisiana?
No, he's not in Louisiana.
He's in the States, within the 50 states.
Yes.
Where is he again? I had another guy tell me about him.
He's in Atlanta.
Oh, he's in Atlanta this time. So has he been crucified?
He's being crucified right now.
So what cross is he hanging on?
So he's not on the cross. The story and what you read in the book is he nailed the ordinance, the writings, the handwritings to the cross. But the man goes through a physical crucifixion by you talking about him. So when people talk about him, bash his name, run his thing through the mud, saying he's a liar, he knows not what he's talking about, make fun of him, and they have not sat down and had a conversation with him, had a meal with him to see what his understanding is. When people just outlash and talk about him, that is what the true meaning of crucifixion is.
That's interesting because I'm pretty sure that made up Jesus in the Bible would have wanted somebody to just speak these things instead of actually having to go through it.
So no, like I said, these scriptures were taken from a people, so they are not understood. The way that we understand them in the world now is not the true meaning. So the way that we speak it's from African people. So the way that we speak in the United States, African Americans, we speak the same language like our people in Africa speak. So when we say things like, "Hey man, I'm gonna go slide to my crib real quick," you know what I'm saying? Or if I say, "Hey man, my whip outside, he got some cold-blooded shoes on it." Like I'm talking about going to my house, not a crib, a baby crib, and I'm talking about going in my car, right? And I have some new wheels on, some new rims on it, right? But that's how we talk, and that's how we've always talked through this time, and that's how rims on it, right? But that's how we talk, and that's how we've always talked through this time, and that's how our people wrote these things in this book. So when you see things in this book and you're reading them, it doesn't mean what you're reading. Remember, you were taught by these schools in America, and they taught you what their meanings are to these words. So the true meaning to the stories in these words were going to come by the vessel that God chooses in the day, the time that it chooses. And that one is going to unite the planet. First, he's starting with the saints, gathering us so that we can help and that we go around and we actually unite the rest of our saints and we create the government of God, which will then unite the rest of the planet.
Mm.
That is the true history. That is the truth about what is all going on. They
It
just
don't
made it
sound true
mystical.
at all. It don't sound true at all. It sounds very made up as well, just like the
Well,
biblical doctrine.
there's proof of this. There's newspaper articles calling these people the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. They know who
Okay.
they are.
So there's a lot of things that be in the newspaper doesn't mean it's true.
Okay, madam.
People like to put stuff in the papers just to get your attention so you can read it. Doesn't make it true
Well,
though.
you're right, but these are real kingdoms, though. Even though they wrote about them in the book, in the newspaper articles, this is
So
a real kingdom.
what
There's an
kingdom what is
empress.
the name of the kingdom in Atlanta right now?
So, hold on, not Atlanta. I'm saying the kingdoms in Africa. There's a real king and queen that sat on this throne of David,
So
Emperor Haile,
why isn't he in Africa? Why he in Atlanta?
because he is the scattered that is being risen from amongst us, like it's written.
It
He is
sounds
the
like
one
he's
that
having
was.
an identity crisis too.
Yes, it do.
So I'll say it again. So he was chosen again. God had to correct these things. So right now, the way that the world is now is because of what was stolen from these people. These were the righteous people of the planet that helped to keep the world at peace. But they were stolen
I
from
haven't
the.
seen any kind of peace come out of Atlanta.
Obviously, can I ask
Well,
you a
so I'm
question?
talking. So in Atlanta, you keep saying Atlanta. That's where the king that was chosen by God. that's where he is now at, and he's uniting the rest of the saints from across
Is
the
he
world.
getting, is he,
He speaks to people in Europe. He speaks
but
to
I'm
people in
saying,
Australia.
but I'm
Okay.
saying, I'm saying you saying this is the king that was chosen. So he's supposed
Yeah.
to have some type of divine treatment for us to see that he's not an ordinary man. And I heard your
Say
question,
that one more
Lily. I'm
time.
just gonna let Tommy go. Then you can go after Tommy.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
Benji, I'm saying, so if this is a king that's appointed by God that's in Atlanta, what is shown in Atlanta by him that's supposed to show some divinity of God
Okay.
that makes him not an ordinary man?
So his ability to reveal the things that were hidden. Like, did you know about a Queen Empress Zawatu that wrote a letter to the United States to call for all of our African American, like your mother and father and your great grandmother and father, they were called to come back to Africa by this queen. Did you know
I
that?
mean, it just sounds like they just want a lot of black people to go back somewhere that they never came from. That's not
No,
proving
no,
anything.
that's what I'm saying. These are real. There's an operation called like Operation Moses, Operation Solomon. These are operations where they took people from Africa and brought them here. And then the queen and the king, they wrote letters to tell the president to bring these people back.
Okay. All right, Benji.
And these are the people that were in the South, like Texas, Louisiana.
Okay.
Like if you have any ancestors that are in those areas, that was what the queen was calling back for, because these people were taken along with artifacts in these scriptures that we're reading
Okay.
today.
Okay, Benji. Tommy had a question, and I know Lily Baby had a question
Okay, go
before
ahead.
we go to the next case.
Yeah, what's up, Benji? You remember what compare and contrast diagrams look like, right?
Brother, I
It's
have
like it's like
no
it's
idea
the
what you speak.
it's
Go
like
ahead.
the two circles, and they intersect in the middle, and you use that to like it's a model to use to compare and contrast two things.
Okay.
Okay, so imagine in your mind, or you could write it down if you're a visual person, but like two circles and they intersect in the middle, right? So on the left side, the far left side, you have the one thing that you're comparing, and on the far right side you have another thing you're comparing, and then in the middle you see where they intersect, right?
Okay, I'm following you.
Okay, so we got three spaces pretty much. On the far left, I want you to imagine that this is everything and only everything that exists in reality. On the far right, I want you to look at everything and only everything that exists in spirituality. And then in that middle section is where they intersect, right? So if I give you something in the reality, can you
But
give me something in the spirituality and then also in the way that they intersect, how they
well,
cross
you
over?
lost me. You lost me because spirit nothing comes from reality unless it comes from the spirituality, which is the mind. See, the
Yeah,
mind,
but
man,
this is not the manuscript. I'm not building a blueprint. I'm asking you to compare and contrast two things. Are you able to do that?
I can if you're telling
Okay.
me the
So
things
let's compare
to
something.
compare.
I'm gonna ask you again and then I'm gonna be
Okay,
done with this because it's very
all
simple.
right,
I'm gonna
yes,
name
sir.
something in the reality that only
Hmm.
happens in reality. And then I want you to name something in spirituality that only happens in spirituality, and then something in the intersection of those two things, the intersectionality of those two things, right?
Okay, so Tommy, this is where we
Mhm.
are being lost because again, you're
We haven't
telling
even
me to
started
bring.
on it yet. You haven't started the
Well,
experiment yet.
well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to get out.
So you cannot
Can I?
compare
Can I?
or contrast these two things.
No, you can't
Okay,
because the
that's all I wanted to
spiritual.
know. That's all I wanted to know. That's all I wanted to know. And you don't have to explain why,
Okay,
Benji. But the fact that you
okay.
cannot compare and contrast two things shows a lack of mental ability, and that is
Well,
faith holding you back, my brother.
that's not fair, brother. If you allow me to explain. See, you have a one-track mind saying that, but you have no consideration of anything else. Because I accepted what you said.
It's just that I wanted you to do a simple practice, and you are unable to do it. So that's okay, Benji. I'm
uh,
fine. That's cool.
be,
I'm done.
because, and I'm trying to explain to you how I can. because you
I don't
can't
really care.
make
I don't really
something.
care, Benji. I don't really care how you can't. I
Okay,
cared more so about the actual practice. I wanted to see what we would
okay.
come out with. But the
Hey,
reason
brother,
to the reason
for this
the reason
experiment,
hold
go
on, hold on,
ahead.
brother. Hold on. No,
Go
we
ahead.
already had that chance, and you've shown to me, you've
You're
proven to me
right.
twice that you couldn't put your name at the top of the test. And now we done with it.
But brother, because you can't do that, brother. I'm trying to share with you. If you
I know you
please
mad
let
you
me.
got a zero, Benji, but you got a
No,
zero.
man,
And I gave you the test
I'm not
twice.
mad.
I let you take the test twice.
Brother, can I please show you? This is how we're like you want to give me an experiment. You want to give me a test. But I'm really trying to show you how the test from the beginning is void, brother. And you
That
don't
would
even
be
have the
fine.
patience to even
I
listen.
would have followed you, Benji, if you
Okay.
had taken the test and then you had shown me, hey, or hey, brother, this test is fallible. I would have let you do that, but you couldn't take that. You were incapable of it, and the reason why is because you can't even have the conversation. You can't even write your name at the
That's not
top. Hold
true,
on, Benji, hold on. You can't even write your name at the top of the paper because it doesn't fall in line with your thinking, which is okay. I do it all the time with
brother.
y'all. I walk. Hold on.
I
I walk
wrote
down.
my
Hold on.
name.
Okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I wrote my name at the top of the paper, and then I looked at the paper and said, "Wait a minute, teacher. This doesn't make sense." That's what I did. Now I'm asking the teacher,
There's nothing about
okay?
comparing and contrasting two words that you constantly use all the time.
Yes.
There's nothing difficult or complex about it. The fact that you won't allow your brain to think that way is because you
Hmm.
only want to think one way. And if you had finished the test, I'm not saying that you would have been convinced. You could have shown me where my test was wrong, but without
Well,
taking it, hold on. Without taking it, I think it's bullshit and disingenuous.
okay. Now, brother,
Yeah.
like I just
But we're
said,
here now, Benji.
the
We're here
test.
now. We're
But
here now.
brother,
Let's forget it. Let's
brother,
move
you
on.
said what you said. Can I rebuttal, brother, respectfully? We having a decent conversation, so
No,
just
it's
have a
not
conversation.
decent. It's not going nowhere. It's dead end. That's why I'm saying let's just
Brother,
move
it's
on.
not. It's only dead end because you're not. I'm taking what you're saying. I'm
Benji, you
considering
cannot,
everything that you're saying.
You
Just
cannot
hold on,
force
respect.
no, respectfully, hold
Okay.
on. You cannot force him to continue with the questioning if you can't even answer. You just yielded and said that you cannot answer his question, and he said he's
No, no,
ready
no.
to.
Right,
You
but
said it's
madam, I
faulty.
said. Right,
You
but
said it's
madam, I
faulty.
said.
Therefore, you
But I
cannot
didn't
give
get
it.
a chance. Hold on, pretty. I didn't get a chance to tell him why. He said, I don't want to
It
know.
doesn't matter. That you
Okay,
can't
well
answer
then
this
I guess we're
question.
going to the next question then. Go
Yes.
ahead.
Lily, do you want to?
It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. You said that spiritual. You can't have the physical without the spiritual because the spiritual starts.
You cut out, sis. I didn't hear you.
I'm back. Okay. You said that. You said that. That the spiritual manifests into the spirit into the physical, right? But you can't have the physical without the spiritual without the mind. But I'm confused because the mind is
Wait,
a
what?
physical.
Wait, what'd you say? I didn't
You
say it again.
said, you said,
Huh?
keep up. I need you to keep up. You said
Oh,
that
I'm keeping up.
you can't have the physical without the spiritual, and the spiritual manifests within the mind. But I'm kind of
Correct.
confused by that because the mind is a physical thing.
But what's in the mind? That's not physical.
Yes, it is. You have neurons, you have
What?
cells, you have different type of things. Those are physical things.
So, so what's thought? Explain that.
It's your brain working up a thought. You wouldn't be thinking without a
Right. So,
brain.
but what is that? A neutron? A mega? What is that?
It's simply a connection from one area of your brain to the other.
Right. So that's what I'm telling you. The
Right.
spiritual, the thought,
How
you
is
can't
your
see
brain spiritual?
because your brain houses the thought.
So if you stop, if your brain shuts down, can you think?
No, no. How do you
No,
think if your
no, no,
brain
no.
shuts
Right, right,
down?
right,
So
right, right, right,
where's the thought
right.
then? Where does the thought go?
Exactly. The thought isn't going to work without your
That's
brain. Your brain is a physical thing, is it not?
but the thought, yes, ma'am. And the thought is the thing that you cannot see that's always there.
But what creates that thought?
The unknown. You don't know.
Wait,
I
wait,
don't
wait,
know. We
but
don't.
wait.
That's
The unknown creates that. So if that's the case, if I don't have a brain, if it comes from the unknown, I should be able to think without a brain.
madam. No, you cannot think without a
Okay,
brain.
so where is the spiritual coming from?
From where did you come from before birth?
I was an egg.
See that? Before you were in the egg.
I was an egg.
Before all of
I
that.
always. I started off
Before.
as an egg. What do you mean? I
So
wouldn't be
what were
me
you
without
before
the
that?
process of an egg and a sperm.
Right. So what were you before that?
I don't know what I was like. What are we talking about? Like, I'm trying to
That's
like.
exactly what we're talking
You're
about.
making a circular argument, and it's not working for you, because here's the thing: you
Not at all.
still haven't brought up the fact how you can think without having a damn brain.
So I'll say it again. The things that you have in your real world here came from your brain that you thought of. The thought you can't see, hear, taste, put a molecule, put any
I
kind of
can't hear my thoughts. What do you mean?
but you can't put any kind of physical element on that thought.
Yes, I can. If I
That
think
thought.
about something, I can bring it into fruition. What do you mean?
So what's the physical element of thought?
The physical is I'm thinking. That's the physical. I'm thinking.
Nah, see, now you're making yourself look bad. What's the
What
physical
do you
neutron,
mean?
whatever
What do you mean?
whatever
Wait.
matriotic
Do you
table?
think?
Go
Do you
ahead.
think thinking is something that you just don't physically do? It's just something that comes up.
So again, we're trying to figure out what the thinking, the thought is. What matriotic
It
table
comes from your
material can you
brain,
put?
Benji. You already agreed that it
Correct.
comes from your brain. So where are you getting the spiritual from?
That
Lily,
is what's getting in your brain. See,
Lily,
They
you
are
have to
simple
have the
electrical.
ability.
I already
Hold
told
on,
you
man.
that you
Hold
have
on.
electric signals going from one area of your brain to the
Right
other. That is
to
what
the
helps you
other.
think. So your
So
brain is
how
an
does
engine
that?
that brings you thought. Where
So
is it
how did that
spiritual?
happen? What created that then, man? What created that design
Now
that you
we're on
just
to
explained?
creation.
well,
You need
and
to
I'm
hold
trying
put
to
on real
show you
quick,
where
three.
God
Lily,
is. I'm trying to
Lily,
show
real
you
quick.
what
Let me
thought
ask
is.
Go ahead,
Lily.
Tom.
Let
Go
me
ahead.
ask you
Go.
a question. No, I want to
Go
ask you a
ahead.
question,
You want
Lily.
to ask me a question? Go ahead.
Yeah, because this can be simple. You can ask somebody a question and then they can answer that question. Lily, when you create something, let's say you a painter, right?
Right.
Before you paint your masterpiece, where did it exist before that?
It starts in the brain. You envision your art
Right,
piece before you paint it.
right. So you thought about it,
Yeah,
you
I thought
created
about
it,
it.
it
Right.
existed in you, and then
Mm-hmm.
you put it on canvas.
Right. Not only that. Not only